Hello everybody! There's an awesome new feature in the AI world called custom instructions. This new feature allows you to set a template at a time to dictate future prompts and save countless hours of fine-tuning and refinement. You'll need to be a Plus user, but if you are, here's how to activate it. First, log into your account. Then, select the three dots in the bottom left to access your individual profile settings. You'll want to head to beta and enable the cross instructions toggle. Feel free to activate the other ones too if you want, if you're feeling ambitious, that is. So on the topic of what custom instructions actually are, I pulled this directly from the OpenAI Discord. So essentially, it's a new feature that allows you to give ChatGPT any custom request or context for which you'd like applied to every conversation. It's currently available to Plus users. I think we all expected that. And here's some of the cool use cases. So for example, expertise calibration. That's a fancy way of saying if you're a project manager and you want to do a lot of SEO work, that's search engine optimization work, you might put into your instructions, hey, here's the brand that I work in, here's the technology field that I want to accomplish, here are the basics of what we're looking for on our specific search engine. And when you put in your new brand, your new threads into each individual conversation with ChatGPT, you're likely going to find that you won't have to put in the same refinement you previously had to implement. The same could be said on the flip side if you're doing, say, teaching work. If you're a third grade teacher, you're trying to design curriculum or test questions or homework or any type of ideas that are important for your grade level, you certainly wouldn't want 10th grade ideas or planning coming your way. So if you have that in your custom instructions, you can negate that ahead of time and focus on what matters most to you. Your third grade curriculum, your third grade ideas, your planning, your coursework, your homework. That'll save you ample time when you're trying to fine tune and steer the prompts to be best suited for what you're looking for. So now let's build off that example and assume you're a third grade teacher trying to use ChatGPT for your curriculum development. Okay? I'm going to show you two examples, one without custom instructions and one with custom instructions, so we can get an idea of how it's going to function. We're going to recycle the same prompt 2 times. Here is our prompt. Essentially a 5-day basic curriculum, should include Monday to Friday, and instead of which, let's say that's a with Friday leading to a test. Please include 2 homework assignments and 5 quiz questions with the multiple choice answers. Essentially something very basic, something that we would probably ask very often. We're lacking context here, so we'll want to fix that, but let's see how and what it does when we press enter. Reminder, we're on GPT-4, and right here, no custom instructions are installed just yet. So I press enter. Okay, great. So far, this is fine. But there's a couple of things I'm noticing already that I imagine if we're a third grade teacher may be too complex, too difficult for our students. Compressibility, fluidity, these type of things, expansibility, for example, these type of things we would generally find in higher level classes. So we're missing the context of third grade, entry level, those type of things. But overall, we have our quiz questions, fine. We have our homework assignments, great. But let's see if we can do better. So that was GPT-4 with no custom instructions. So now let's add some. Let's go ahead and add these custom instructions. Let's put, I'm a third grade science teacher. Classes are 45 minutes long. My students are entry level, learning the fundamentals of science this year. Okay, great. And then for response, how we like ChatGPT to respond. Responses should be detailed for me to read and interpret, as well as include the reasoning behind why something is presented. This is good for me if I were a teacher to understand why we're teaching something. Because again, you're the expert. This is simply a tool to help you develop your curriculum. Understanding why the tool brought it in may help you brainstorm new things. And also over here, for example, some brainstorm ideas, fun examples, that type of stuff. Let's see what happens when we save this. We're going to press new chat. Make sure it's on GPT-4. Okay, great. And then let's put in our same prompt. Okay, great. The which is fixed into with. And let's see what happens. Let's see if there's immediate noticeable improvement. Here's hoping. Okay, great. So far, I think it has a bigger emphasis on visual aids and physical samples. Once it finishes writing, we'll take a deeper look into the specifics to see if it really nailed our prompt and our custom instructions. Okay, great. So if we head up here, let's see some of the class activities and what ChatGPT recommends versus what it recommends with no custom instructions. So over here, use a Lego model. I think that's actually a pretty brilliant example. Third graders are probably likely to enjoy Lego models. I mean, I still do, and I'm in my 30s, so there's something to be said there. But you'll see they also ice, solid, water, liquid, water vapor, gas. We move beyond compressibility and expansibility into a much more entry-level understanding without me needing to change the prompt any more than I already had. That's the power of custom instructions. So one more example, go back over here. Okay, the property of fluids that allows them to flow is called. You see we have different things here. I mean, that one's pretty simple, it's fluidity, but we have these terms, these higher vocabulary terms that I don't think are appropriate yet for third graders, especially not entry-level third graders. So I head back. Okay. What else do we have here? Homework assignments. Ask the student to find examples of solid liquids and gases at home and draw a picture of each in their science notebook. Of course, if you don't have a science notebook, you could put that in the custom instructions, that's fine. This is just a basic example demonstrating the power of custom instructions for a field that most people may not think possible. So again, I think this is one of the more exciting new features, as it can save a lot of time in the right hands. And of course, the example I gave was very entry level, very basic. I would encourage anyone to go ahead and experiment with it to see what they can accomplish. And if you do accomplish something great, that's fantastic. Please put it in the comments, give us an idea. But as they mentioned, they think it'll be great for language learning. So if you're trying to learn a new language, you can put in your context, what you're trying to do. If you're trying to write a novel, they mentioned that character sheets are a great way to help ChatGPT maintain consistent understanding of story characters and ongoing interactions. That's fantastic adaptation. You can even use it for writing style personalization. So the same voice and style. If you want to write a professional email and you've found that one thread that is perfectly tuned, you can use that as a custom instruction to make sure you get it right every time on the first try.